Hi, sixth grade. Good morning. Miss Carswell here. Happy Tuesday. Today we're going to spend a little bit more time talking about independent and dependent variables and equations. So follow along. Let's start by looking at an example that's pretty similar to what we talked about yesterday. This example says Jose is buying books. The table below shows the cost of the books. So as I can see from this table, one book costs $15, two books cost $30, three books cost $45, and so on. The first thing I want to ask myself is, just like we talked about yesterday, which of these is the dependent variable and which is the independent variable? You guys did an amazing job differentiating between these two yesterday. In this example, my dependent variable is the cost because the cost depends on the number of books sold. An equation that I can use to represent this situation is C equals 15B because every cost is 15 times the number of books. The 15 here is a vocabulary word that we call the coefficient, which most of you will remember from earlier in this unit, because I am going to multiply the 15 by whatever B, my variable, is. I can use this equation to answer different questions. The first question I have is, how much would 7 books cost? I can substitute in the 7 for the B, and I know that 15 times 7 is 105, which means that 7 books cost $105. I can also use this equation to work backwards and think, how many books can Jose buy with $150? Using the same equation, but this time I am given the price that I can pay, or that Jose can pay. $150 is equal to 15 times, what missing number B should go here? Well, 150 divided by 15 is 10. So with $150, Jose can buy 10 books. So here are a couple of different ways that I can use this equation to help me answer questions about this situation. Let's look at another example. Jeff wants to buy tickets for himself and some friends for a football game. Each ticket costs $60, and he must pay a one-time $5 convenience fee for his order. This table shows this situation. One ticket will cost $60 plus the $5 one-time convenience fee. So one ticket will cost $65. Two tickets will cost 60 plus 60 is 120, but I still need to pay that $5 fee. I only need to pay that $5 fee once though. In this situation, the dependent variable is again the cost because the cost depends on the number of tickets sold. Now let's take a look at this word problem carefully to come up with an equation we can use to represent it. The 60 is the coefficient because I'm multiplying the number of tickets by 60 every time. But I also have this $5 one-time convenience fee. Because I only have to pay this once, this is my constant. Therefore, an equation that I can use to come up with or to represent this situation would be C, the cost, is equal to 60 times the number of tickets plus 5. Using this equation, I can determine how much 4 tickets would cost. $245. Let's look at one more example together. John is selling Excel Academy hats. His sales are represented in the table below. Before we take a look at that table, let's just think about this. So our dependent variable is going to be the money made, and the independent variable is going to be the hats because the amount of money that I make depends on the number of hats sold. Now, in order to come up with an equation to represent this situation here, I actually want to take a step back because this table does not tell me how much money I could make for one hat. So let's think about that. Well, if 2 hats cost $10 and 3 hats cost $15, we could figure out that one hat cost $5. Therefore, an equation I can use to represent this situation would be the money made equals 5 times the number of hats. And that is true for every single row of this table.